said that he had pitted for Dynasty 12 years ago. Now he finds himself on the same field as them.
12 years ago. Hey, good for you, man.
Of that's
in the hunt for a while. So Space Monkeys looks like they're going to be on the blue side and Snafu on the red side.
They got some fans for the Space Monkeys out there. Snafu in some Pro DNA gear. They got an Infamous jersey, one of them. 15 seconds till this point's going to get going. Mercy Rule is 3, Maddie?
I believe. That's what I've been told. So, yeah, Mercy Rule of 3, 10 minutes on the clock. Here in this D5 X-Ball final. And on the break, are they going to push as aggressive as the last two teams we saw? Not quite here for Snafu. Snafu takes a pretty conservative break, but D2 off the break for Space Monkeys. Yeah, I haven't seen anyone take D2 off the break all event long, and he makes it clean. Good for him. And they're very quickly going to be in a bunch of spots. They're going to be up at the brick. They're going to be in Snake 2. Space Monkeys looking pretty good.
Zone control, too, by Space Monkeys, shooting the filler out. One of these teams going to replace Protocol at the top of this, or going to win this tournament. Now wrapping the Dorito 2. This Dorito 2 player has good body posture, moving gun up. This guy's good, Maddie. Shoots the Dorito insert.
Well, he took a big bite off the break, made it clean, and then immediately got the zone control. They get the inside kill.
They do lose a body, but he moved gun up and then immediately got a kill, and I love that he stopped and communicated it to the backfield, let his boys know, taking another bite into that 50 wedge. Tries to sneak one in cross field on the Dorito 3.
What's this kid's name? Let's see if we can read it.
West,
number 34.
Oh, he's going to get 2 more, Maddie. That's a certified 3-pack. Make it 4. Did he trade with him? No, he did not. Still, great job. West did his job. He's C. West. I'm going to guess that his name is Cornell. Could be wrong. Oh, they do lose another body out of the back center due to the Space Monkeys, but coming through the middle.
He must be wearing his boy's jersey because there's no West on the roster that I was given.
Well, repping West. Trying to be the best out here in D5 X-Ball.
Just got to close out, get this last kill. And they believe a 2-on-1 situation from the pin here for the Space Monkeys.
Yeah, this is where communication's so important. Tell him 2-on-1. He reads it, does. Piedmont, nicely done.
Pridemore, that's a good name.
Pridemore.
Caleb Pridemore here with the rundown to put the first point on the board in the first and second match. We'll take an early lead.
Thought he was perhaps a Piedmontese Italian, but no, Pridemore, great name. Space Monkeys killing some clock. I like it. Some poise, some real understanding of the game and art of paintball. Shout out Benny Carroll, who let me use that name, Great American Paintball. He donned it. We borrowed it for the magazine.
Wait a second. So Benny Carroll came up with the paint company name that Alex Frazier's dad owned 20 years ago?
No. He came up with the art of paintball.
You know, I know that. Yeah. But, you're using that for Great American Paintball?
Yeah, we use that for our interview series, referencing the Paris Review Art of Fiction, of Nonfiction series. But I asked Ben, we got Space Monkeys strutting back out here versus Snafu 2. It's got a good roll off the tongue to Snafu 2 in those nice Pro DNA jerseys, that infamous font. Space Monkeys, though, they got Jimbo Slice playing the 59, like Kimbo Slice, the famous Street Fighter, but Jimbo.
Oh, I was a big Kimbo Slice fan.
Man, that was like hot E-Bombs World, Street Fight videos.
That's how I became a fan. Watched Kimbo Slice, some Miami street fights.
Rock somebody in a backyard on E-Bombs World back in the day.
Getting sent that on a Hotmail email. So here we go. Jumping into this one, see if Snafu can tie it up. And on the breakout, these teams have switched sides. Each team, a point is won. The teams will switch sides, and a ton of ground right into D2 again. This time they do pick them up, so not letting Space Monkeys take that D2 position off the break. That's a huge bite. Dan, we didn't see that in a Pro Division one time. And they're going to be, looks like Space Monkeys going to get into the snake. They have, both teams actually have a body in the center.
Yeah, nicely done. These teams seem to have a good understanding of the meta. Sometimes it's the composure and communication aspect that eludes them. Jimbo Slice going to die out of the back center, but so is the center player for Snafu 2. Space Monkeys with this 1-point lead.
Yeah, a 1 point. Space Monkeys with a 1-point lead, a 1-body advantage here currently for Snafu. They have the field spread. They have Snake 3. They have D2. and 2 bodies in the backfield, so advantage them. And they're going to get another kill in the and that 40-yard line brick, and they're going to shoot a body out of that crucial Aztec on the D side.
4-on-2 situation. It's all Snafu 2 right now. They got 69. Manginelli. Oh, Paginelli. He might get bunkered, though, in this low body situation. His boy's on the overwatch. Nice job by Snafu 2 to take away the counterattack.
Yeah, shoots out Crawford here.
Protect their boy.
4 bodies left alive. Nice answer from Snafu to tie things up with 6.5 minutes left to go.
Paginelli. A lot of vowels in that name. Automatically rooting for you. Number 69. Also a pretty cool number to pick. What number did you use to rock, Maddie?
Wore an 8. 619.
619?
My first pro number was 8. I was 9 on Navarone. Well, no, it was 9 on Navarone.
Love to see the patrons of the sport supporting their guys, especially when they're good guys. Hopefully these two teams have some. I'm sure their friends and family are watching and supporting them right now. Love that. Upstate Avalanche, Snafu 2. In a showdown here, tie game.
Now on the breakout here, Space Monkeys with the risk up the middle. A little bit of a bigger bite. Up the middle of the field, makes it clean. Everyone's been pretty much coasting in those spots. Running and gunning into Snake 2 here for Space Monkeys in this tie ball game. 6:18 here on the clock in a 5-on-5 battle. So pretty equal on, well, definitely equal on the Snake side for both teams, but a little bit better for the Space Monkeys up the middle. And they're going to get a kill. So it's going to be 5-on-4 situation here in favor of the Space Monkeys with we hit the 6-minute mark.
They got spots. They're making shots. Good jobs by the Space Monkeys, except they lose their player out of the middle. So 4-on-4 situation now. Fill out to the Dorito side corner for Snafu 2. Now coming forward into the 50 wedge are the Space Monkeys.
Big bite on that top side here for the Space Monkeys. A little bit of a desperation run. He did to trade it out with the body, though. We like trades in high body situations, but they lose the South Electronics can. And that leaves, I think, just 2 here currently for the Space Monkeys. So Snafu with the 1 body advantage. Do they know it, though? Is there a body in the Snake? I don't think so.
No, it's just the back center and the Dorito 1 for Space Monkeys. Not a great situation for them, but trying to hang tough. Snafu 2 trying to put the situation together. Agent 0 with no name on his back. He's got purple accents on his gear, looking fresh. No name on his jersey, but he's got a gun in his hands, and that's what matters out here.
Getting some, well, he's asking for some comms. Some comms would be nice right now here for Snafu in a high body moment. And they're going to get that kill on the South Electronics scan. Leaves just 1 body for the Space Monkeys. He tries to run up into D2, and he's going to get run down by number 0.
Agent 0, Mr. Purple. Unfortunately, Justin Rabikov has already taken the Purple People Eater as a nickname. Oh, we got a 187 jersey out there. Shout out 187 crew. Dave Painter, now working for the NXL.
Got an Infamous jersey as well, too. Yeah, I can't blame them. Those Infamous jerseys are pretty tight.
Yeah, Pro DNA makes some good stuff. Shout out Travis Mansky.
Well, it's kind of an interesting story with Pro DNA and also Push. A decent amount of these companies that have, where they want to review that. It doesn't look like it was reviewable. Yeah, I don't think that there was any sort of call by the referee. So
yeah, I see a lot of things differently than some of the people out here. Yeah, but good job by the team that won right there. Let's see it from Snafu against Space Monkeys. Snafu 2 with the 1-point lead.
Last seconds for the start of this point. How much time we got? 4:22 to go. And on the breakout, Snafu 2 with a 1-point lead to protect here. Space Monkeys first and second at stake in D5. And Space Monkeys taking some ground up the middle. The middle's been a relatively safe attack, at least to get to the 40-yard line brick.
Space Monkeys, the onus on them to push here, down one with 4 minutes on the clock. Oh, but they're going to lose one out of the center. They're tough death in a down situation. They are in Snake 2, though. Otherwise, in the back line, back center, South Electronics and the Dorito corner.
Calling here into Snake 3. So Snafu's definitely playing like, look, I like the play call here. Get that body up in the Snake. Get a body out wide. They concede Crawford and let him get up into the Snake 3. Space Monkeys drop that body in the middle, right? He's not still, yeah, because the player for Snake 3 for Snafu just went all the way to the 50-yard line. So he's in a really good position, try to preserve this lead here. There is a body in front of him he needs to worry about, but he's at D1. Those bunkers are in set, and here goes the move across by Crawford.
Nice move forward. Gun up. Been impressed by some of Space Monkey's move forward. Wow, eats him up cross field. Agent 0 by Crawford. Really nice move with his gun up. Now hunting for another is Crawford in that 50 snake side wedge. He's got number 69 for Snafu 2 in front of him.
Yeah, he's the guy with the ball right now. There is a gun looking his way. Got back center on him, but that's the only gun. So he's going to go across. Got to be careful to get across, and he does. Crawford stays alive. They have not switched the gun. They need to get the comms up and switch another gun this way. That Brick needs to switch his gun this way. The back center, even though he saw him make the move, has not told his guy, so he's going to trade. He trades out with that inside.
So 3-on-3 situation. Snafu 2 with the lead. Time ticking down now. Like the move forward by Space Monkeys, but could have used a little more follow-up from his boys in that situation. Now wrapping the inside of that Aztec on the Dorito side is Snafu 2, number 23, Matthews. Trying to hold it down, make sure no one comes up the center. Ah, tough move forward. I'm going to lose a body, 69. That opens the door for Snafu 2 to push it on both wires. They kill the insert.
Yeah, looks like they're going to tie this up, Mike. Minute 35 left to go. Still got a little bit of work to do with that back center player hanging tough in there, whipping his gun back and forth. He's looking at 3 bodies, though, so it's going to be very difficult for him to hold off for this long. This Can's got to get in the game, though.
Nicely done by Snafu 2.
Doesn't really matter. Can didn't need to get in the game. Oh, yeah. Are they going to loader dump on him?
Yeah, loader dump. Still happening on the divisional fields.
Well,
tie game, though.
Tie game. Minute 17. Could see an overtime point here in this D5 final match for first and second place. Going to be 2-2 on the score. This game will be an X ball with Protocol taking third place. We're in the pits right now. Let's listen in.
Jimbo Slice.
Go off for me. I'm ready to go. Go off for me.
Jimbo Slice needs to go down one.
I'm in. Jerry, Jimbo. And throw your nose out through your mouth, brother. Who's fifth? Here, Brandon. Breathe. Brandon. Down. All right.
Yeah, take a deep breath, Jimbo Slice. It's hot out here. I'm doing that up here in the booth sometimes.
How many do we have out there?
When I coach teams, and I always bring a chair. One, because I want to sit in the chair, but also in case there's no chairs in the pits.
That's really smart.
And then there's coolers.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
But not always. Bring a chair so Jimbo Slice can take a seat. It's a little bit easier to catch your breath when you're not kneeling on the ground or standing up.
That's Maddie, I think you might change the game. I don't know how many people are watching the D5 consolation or the finals right now.
Hey, we need one more on the box. Let's go.
Having a collapsible bench in the pit would go a long way.
I just don't. When I started coaching teams, I'm like, okay, we're at an event at ASG. It was 106 degrees, and I'm seeing these guys almost dying in these pits, and I'm looking around. There's no chairs. Now it's not up to the organizers of the event to bring chairs for you to sit in. I'm like, guys, there's this thing. You go to Walmart and like $16, buy a collapsible chair. They're pretty portable. You can just bring it, take a seat.
Maddie, for the viewers at home who are watching their boys in the D5 finals, having a mask on, this long sleeve gear, your pads, carrying a mask or carrying a gun in this heat, it wears you. These people are losing water weight like you don't know. Having your breath restricted by the mask, of course we need the mask for safety, but when you feel that breath coming, it feels like you just can't catch your breath.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. Bring a chair. There we go, jumping into a tie ball game. Oh, they didn't get out there in time, so it looks like Space Monkey's going to be down one early, down two early, actually, in a crucial moment with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. The championship here at the Midwest Open at stake. What a beautiful break here for Snafu.
They did kill one. That's huge, but they lose another. I would concede right here if I were Space Monkeys. 2-on-4.
Looks like they're going to let it ride, Mike, in this 2-on-4 situation. Treacherous moment here for the Space Monkeys.
Man, this guy coming through the Hertz Tower is doing a nice job applying the pressure. The team is filtering up as a unit. We love to see it from Snafu too. Crossed up in the backfield are the Space Monkeys. This guy, the front of tip of the spear in the tower for Snafu 2, trying to lock up. Oh, they kill one out of the back center. He gets shot, but they kill the back center.
They got bodies to work with, though.
Snafu 2 gonna take the victory, Maddie.
Well, they got to just pause here. No concession from the Space Monkeys. A concession with 20 seconds left, so we're going to see a full send from the Space Monkeys is Snafu 2. But the story of that one is that gassed here, deep in the tournament. We're in the final match. It's 95 degrees out here, a little humid, and they just weren't able to get 5 bodies to the box.
Yeah, tough mistake in a critical moment. 20 seconds left. I think I was a little premature on the call, but it's going to need to be a full send. You're going to need some luck, some grace from the paintball gods if you're Space Monkeys.
It's 20 seconds. Let's listen in real quick, but I would...
Every fucking play with intention. Get to your fucking bunkers.
Wow. That's passion.
Passion for sure. Is that Snafu? Who's
yeah, it's Snafu 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Get to your bunkers. Absolutely. I was going to say, Space Monkeys, get to your bunkers. No. You have 20 seconds. You're not playing a bunker with 20 seconds left.
No. Snafu 2's up one, man.
That's why I was saying. I totally understand. But so that is a correct call for the pits for Snafu.
Yeah.
Play with intention, get to your bunkers.
Hey, are y'all in tune?
I'd like to hear a no penalties at this point in time. Not your favorite, I know.
I know, I'm a big play clean
guy.
Play clean. Be smart. Positive manifestation, Maddie.
No penalty.
There it is.
No penalties. I don't like...
I'm not going to say I'm clairvoyant, but I've been here a couple times.
Yeah. I don't like to hear the word penalties. I don't like that word to enter my players' ears as they're walking onto the field.
Yeah, they should be better than that if you're in the pro division. For these guys, I'm going to go play clean for the D5. If you're a pro, I shouldn't have to tell you to play clean. Yeah. I should be able to yell at you, no penalties. You should understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think people do understand. It's just more about putting the word in the air. Even if the ref doesn't hear it, the word has entered into the ether, and perhaps it tickles this very fine hair in the referee, makes him reach for that red flag when he was thinking yellow.
You departed again from, I believe, some rationality.
Yeah, that's okay.
It's okay. We can agree to disagree.
Difference of belief
is the beautiful thing here.
Yeah, for the most part. Snafu 2 up 1. Just need to get a kill off the break. If you're Space Monkeys, you are not diving into bunkers and shooting your gun. You are launching up the field. They don't have that pro-level speed so far as I've seen. Jimbo Slice can play a bunker and try to get a kill off the break. I don't expect to see him at the start box, but everyone else,
full send.
You're running. I think Crawford has a broken pod in his pack.
Not ideal here if that is the case.
Could just be a bright yet green pack. Oh, yeah, it's just a great green pod. So my mistake there. But if you're Space Monkeys, it's sprint time. It's the end of the day, the end of the tournament. Leave everything out on this field right now.
You got one more chance to work with here. 20 little seconds here on the clock. And kind of praying, so we've been talking about penalties, for a penalty on Snafu. A major penalty right here. Now, it's tough to get a major penalty. You'd have to go past multiple bunkers or shoot a body. So on the breakout right now, Snafu on the blue side, and here comes the Space Monkeys with the full send moment. They get to about the 50-yard line before they get stopped. Gotta risk it here. Don't want to see any bodies alive.
Yeah, don't want to see any sinners in this set.
When time expires.
Oh, it's just Jimbo Slice in the back center. He gets a pass, but great job, Snafu 2.
So Snafu 2 gets a bit of a gift with the bad start for the Snake Monkeys in the last one, but that's how paintball works. Got to stay mentally composed throughout the entire tournament. Snafu taking the victory here in D5.